How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to the Catalyst, where we break down all things bullish in the crypto markets. Today we got some more bullish news for AMP. So this is a post on the subreddit. If you're not already part of the subreddit, we got 41,000 members. It would be great if you joined. You would get this news pretty quickly, and it's really interesting and fun and exciting to engage in some of these conversations that people are having, to just get better clarity of the token itself, and then also other cryptos as well. So for this user posted, so Nicola Crypto posted in the US FLEXA network accumulated all the necessary licenses and permits to transmit money starting in the US and Latin America and now expanding globally, and that is from the floating ratio. This is enormous. So this goes back to a previous video I posted talking about how I guess they were in the process of some of these things prior to that, where they are leaning into banks going into 2022, or just the ability to operate with them or within them or whatever it might be. And then this user here actually kind of consolidates some of the major points quite well. So outside of the patents and applications of the white paper and how important those are, this user is basically stating how all these large merchants have enormous legal teams to manage risk, and obviously the crypto space itself has some of the biggest risk around it right now, just with uncertainty, really, with SEC filing things or different compliancy things with the government, how taxes are managed, and all of that stuff. So now the importance is FLEXA can say, hey, look, we have everything. You're just gonna get the US dollars as you wish. You don't have to receive crypto in order to operate with it, which is really, really awesome. So they have all the necessary regulatory approvals for crypto and stuff on their end, and then now they can help manage stuff with banks or other large merchants like that. So those merchants don't necessarily have to get directly involved with crypto to be able to operate with it in itself, which is really, really good. You can even see down here, this is where I post, I'm guessing they're on track to make their big push towards banks in early 2022. How early we will be, that'll be determined in a few months. I'm assuming first quarter. But ultimately, this is enormous news because now this is greenlit for bigger players to enter AMP, and that is what we really, really need for AMP in general. We're going to continue to slowly chip away at the price and scale up a bit. Our capacity will continue to increase, more people will stake, etc. But we really need is a big player to enter, set the precedent, prove that FLEXA is working as intended, and even maybe better than expected, or whatever it might be. But it's going to take one to get involved, see the gains and the positive impact that the FLEXA network can have, minimizing risk and fraud and fees and everything like that. And then it will, snowball, and many other merchants will take it. And again, our price and our evaluation for AMP itself is tied to FLEXA's utilization and how frequently it's being used, how frequently transactions are being used, the volume, etc. So I think that's really, really important for us going forward. And I think this is the first kind of statement, from floating ratio that will kind of lead into some of that. So we'll see what new deals we have kind of coming out following this. Again, we still have 17 days of bullish news and stuff for them to announce for their 25 days of FLEXA. So we still got 2.5 weeks of good news coming out. So that alone, with all of this, is going to be huge. So let's take a look at the chart here. 1 second, let me go to a different view. Oops. All right, there we go. All right, so let's go down to AMP. AMP actually had a pretty solid day at the start of the day today. We went up as high as 6.2 cents, 6.3 cents or so. So pretty good candle in general. We started out and wicked up as high as 20% or so, 22%. And then today is technically, the next day, that's this little candle here. And that is actually starting to find some support. We got a little fake out here. Potentially we're finding some support back along this trend line. We did wick up, and we've gotten kind of wicked out of that. I think part of that's because Bitcoin's down about 1% at the moment, but we are still up 1.5% on the day so far. So we'll see what it's going to be like in the morning when we wake up. But this is still kind of playing out, assuming this is a fake out. I previously highlighted this point here as if we can hold support there. The market still had some correcting to do, and we have since made some gains back into it. We're still above the moving averages here, so 20 is still riding some support. We are seeing some resistance on it actually right now. We've wicked out into it perfectly. So what we need is to now find some stronger support off this trend line, flip the 20 into support, and then we will be able to kind of continue to go up from there. Hopefully, if we get rejected by this, that could be potentially bad. We could see a bigger correction for us and kind of get faked out in that way. So quick little video. I think all that stuff about the approvals for all the necessary regulations is enormous. Let me know what you guys think, and otherwise we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.